Hello and welcome back once again, like the Renegade Master. D4 damage in the ill behavior. I hope you're all having a good night. I'm getting through things. So, let's see how we get on tonight because I have a feeling it's going to be a bumpy ride. We all know what RPG Maker has been like recently, and we do want to finish this RPG. I think it will be. Oh, wow! Okay, that's unexpected. Can you see the yellow bits on me? And how bright they are? I've been playing with neon spray paints. And I thought it had washed off my hands. And then I've looked in here and it hasn't. It's just started to glow under the lights of the studio. Wow. I've got neon fingers. Oh, I'll have to try it. I'll have to scrub hard. Wow. Yeah. It's only on these two fingers, though. Everywhere else, it's come off. Well, aside from the little bits on the back of some of my fingers. That's weird. Oh, that's just strange. I hope you're all doing well. How are we doing tonight? We have Retro Ramble saying, game on! We have Sir Patrick Furlong and Melody the Cat. Meow. Speaking of cats, mine has decided to abandon me tonight. I have no furry friend. She is sitting on the landing, staring at me like, don't want to come in. She's not happy because I had to make her get off my knee. As I've been watching, I had a break earlier on to have some dinner before the show started, and I am on Monsters today. It's going to be a long night, and we were watching the last 10 laps of Bathurst in 2023, the Australian endurance race. It's a 12-hour race, like half of a Le Mans, and Bathurst is incredible, like seriously incredible. The last 10 laps of the 23 race, wow, edge of seat action, great. But she was sitting on my lap as I was watching it and having my dinner. And then I had to come up and do the show, and now she's not happy because I made her move. She's settled in so well. So yeah, she's not here tonight with me. Patrick has some predictions. 936,294 cases of RPG Maker crashing. To be honest with you, that sounds like a good night. Dave Holloway's here saying, good evening, everyone. Hope all are well. Doing pretty good, yeah. I hope that you're doing well too. Bathurst needs balls of neutronium for that, yes. Spectre Space Chicken's here saying, hey up peeps, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. So that is our Avengers assembled for the moment. Right, we're going to try this thing, make sure it works. So if I go over to... Well, that's not it. There! Again... I'm just pressing all my buttons to jump between all the scenes here, hoping that it'll work. If you're the Avengers, who are you? Who are you? Ooh. Who do you want to be? That's the question. We know I'm Black Widow. Oh, am I? You mean no superpowers? Oh, I'm a politician. You know I can take things the wrong way. What's this? That looks weird. No, we're not doing that. I just wanted to see what it was. Right. So, we need to make sure that this ball moves. So we're going to edit. Okay, that's not good. You can't see what I've just... Right, okay, let me just fix this. So, I've got the window set up so that you can see it, but it's not working for what I want to do. So, display capture. Right, let's do this. Okay, I am going to bring that onto the screen and then try and expand it a little bit. And yeah, you're just going to have to deal with the fact that the thing is on screen twice, otherwise you're not going to see anything I do. So yeah, you're going to have to deal with that, guys. I'm sorry. Right. I've got the screen just open in the bottom corner, as you can see, so I can see what you guys see. And I'm glad that I did, because I noticed that. Jenny is Captain Marvel. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. Oh, this is how it is now, is it? Right, I am going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to move that to there, put it behind, expand the window here so I can read what's on it from your version, so that you don't have to have it twice on screen, otherwise that's going to be weird. There, right. That should be good for me, and then I can read it. Does that look better? Not really, no. What if I put this here and that over there, so I can still read the chat? But now you guys don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that can work. That works. So the text is over the colours on the side, but not over the same text. Jenny's Captain Marvel. Oh, the most powerful woman in the universe. Okay. Right. We're going to try this, because I need to make sure that this is going to work. And you can see that now, can't you? Yes, you can. Excellent. That's good news. Right. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. So, if we can see it, because the switch isn't set, that's good. If the switch is set, then we don't see it. And there we go. So we can touch it or activate it. Okay, cancel. Okay, let's do this. I think this worked last time, but we're going to make sure. You'll be Hawkeye. Sweet. How you doing, Jan? Allow game to find devices on local network. Sure. We're not playing, we're coding.
Are you?
Yeah.
And what would this be?
This is the quest for the GameHammer, my own game.
Oh, right. It's there.
Why didn't that work? Yeah, I don't know why they've done this, because it just doesn't bloody work.
That Jenny is Captain Marvel.
Yeah. We're talking about who the Avengers will be.
Okay.
Okay, we have a... Okay.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, I need to work this out. Guys, this is not a good advert for RPG Maker MV on Mac, is it? Really feels off, doesn't it? Right, let's see if it can get... Right. Giant boulder, roughly hewn, blocks your way. Right, so it's there. Right. We've got to try and move that out of the way. So, we've got to try and move that out of the way. Okay, let's do this. We can make that work. So, edit this, and if it's not there, I want to do something fun. Oh dear, sorry about this. Oh, right. We get there in the end. It does work, but not great. I think this is done for a previous version of macOS, guys, because that would explain a lot. Right, let's do this. I wanted to see if we've got a tile set that has a... That'll do. That'll absolutely do. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Okay. If I set that as our first one as well, I want to quickly check what it looks like. Perfect. Yeah, that looks like a hole in the ground. Brilliant. Okay, so that'll be a hole in the ground. Okay, so where did I find the boulder? I've now made a terrible mistake, haven't I, by doing that? Right, can I change this back? Yes, I can. There we are. Right, we change it back to that. Okay, so, right. We need a conditional branch. Sorry. Trigger action button will be player touch. Now we need a conditional branch. Switch boat. No. Actor. Enemy character. Player is facing up. Else branch. If player is facing up, show text. You leap across the gap in the floor. Okay. And we change our position, which is transfer player to there. Okay. No fade. Oh. Okay. Else, conditional branch. If character is facing down, okay. Grab this text here, and then transfer the player again to here. Okay. Retain the direction, no fade. Okay. This should work. This hopefully will work. And to test it, we've got to set switch 31. So we need to do our database. Where's our switches? States? No, it's true. Where are our switches? Cancel. Tools. Oh, we'll find it in a minute. Right. We need to set switch 31. So I'm just going to set a switch. Create one here. New event. Test switch. Right. Control switches. 31. There. Pyramid boulder. Switch. Okay. Switch to on. Okay. Right. Well, just give this a generic thing. Yeah, it's going to do that a lot now. Switch. Right, that'll do. That one. Okay. Okay. Right. Save that. Let's test this. And then we'll put the switch in the correct place later on. Right. Giant boulder roughly hewn blocks your way. There you are. Right, it's gone. There we are. Really, we should have that as a thing we have to activate. So we'll do that. But yeah, it's working. And that's the main thing. It's working. So this one, instead of player touch, it's action button. What's walking mean? Right, we can't. Okay. Save that. We're getting somewhere with this now. All right. Haha! Crashed immediately. No. It really does not like this. This is macOS Tahoe. We were on the previous version of macOS last time we used this. Tahoe sucks, by the way. The whole thing is slow as balls. It's ridiculous. But, you know, these things are sent to try us. Right, we've got an issue because we can just walk straight onto it. How do I make this so that you can't walk on it? How can we make... Okay, I'm going to bring up the a new window. Right, RPG Maker MV. Set event to be impassable. Right, way to make event impassable. RPG Maker forums. Can't make past event that's on the same level unless it has through checked, so why go more complex? Okay. So if I set priority to same as characters, does that mean that it's fine? 2 seasons of Newer Quantum Leap. Is the 2 seasons of Newer Quantum Leap worth $19.99 from Amazon? I enjoyed it, but I don't think it's got quite the same level of rewatch value as the original does. It's good, really good, except for 1 or 2 episodes which feel a little bit preachy. But maybe that's just me. I don't feel like I need to be lectured on trans rights because as a trans person, I have lived it, you know. But aside from that, it's an incredible series, and it really feels like it rounds off Quantum Leap more than the finale of the original does. But as to whether you think it's going to be worth buying, my recommendation would be, if possible, see an episode. Perhaps in the form of clips on YouTube or something like that. See if you actually like it first, because it's good, but then again, I'm a big fan of Quantum Leap and I was really eager for it. That's all I can say. I really hope that you enjoy it as much as I have. Right, let me do this. Let me see if this works. I need a crash count. Probably do, yeah. Yeah, let's do this. New game. Spectre says comments aren't showing up. Are they not? I've got on screen chat is disabled for this live stream. How have I got the chat? Goodness sake, I've got the chat twice. How the hell did that happen? That was weird. That was really weird. Okay, there we go. How the hell has that happened, man? But how's the chat not showing up? I've got live chat. You've been making homemade pizzas and Casa de Space Chicken. The chat has crashed for a bit. Test. Okay, it seems to be working now. Seems to be working. I'm just gonna properties. Restart the capture. No, it is running it. It all seems to be working now. Yeah, it all seems to be working. I'm going to turn up the opacity a bit. Must have been a glitch. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Weird. How weird is that? Anyway, right. Right, let's halt this out. Right, what was I doing again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're testing this. We're going to make sure this works. Right. This is so obnoxious. Just bloody work, man. At this point, I'm going to have to get a wine wrapper and just use the PC version, see if that works. Right. Can't pass through that. Yep, okay. Turn that off. Can't pass through. There we are. Can't pass through it. But leap across the gap in the floor. There we are. What the hell happened there? Frickin' hell, man. Try again. And it works. Okay. Yep, can't talk to those guys yet because we haven't finished what they're supposed to be doing. Right, that's working. Excellent. Okay. Right, we now know that works. So we've got to work out where to put that switch. I'm thinking somewhere like over there. How will we get there, you say? Fuck knows is how I say. Not really. Oh. Right, we're going to change that now. All right, let's do this. That's really going to make it obvious, isn't it? Oh well. Right, let's try that. All right, create an event. Fake wall, we're going to call that event. The image would be we haven't got tile set A because it won't let us. We tried this before and it didn't bloody do it. Right, okay, cancel. Cancel. So can't change the event. No. Cancel discard changes, yes. Right. Right, give me a second. I need to put something on here. Aha, we have cracks. Right. Okay, we can do this. New event. Fake wall. And we can set it as a crack. New event. If switch. Hang on. No, cancel. Cancel. We don't need that. Delete that event. Yeah. Right. Priority is the same as characters. Show text. This appears to be a deep crack in the wall. Show choices. Stick your finger in it. Leave it alone. Cancel this choice too. If you stick your finger in it, show text. Right. You decide to leave all logic and reason behind you and shove your finger into the deep crack in an ancient unexplored building that is actively collapsing around you. Weirdly, nothing bad happens. In fact, you can't feel the wall around your finger. It's like the wall doesn't actually exist. Cancel. Show choices. Pull your finger out quickly or push on further. And this time, the cancel choice is 1, which is also the default choice. This seems like the kind of nonsense you don't want to get involved with. You pull your finger out of the crack and breathe a sigh of relief that it's still in one piece. Show text. Obviously, someone is playing silly buggers here. So you decide to press onward. You push the rest of your hand into the crack, but are amazed that not only does your entire hand fit, but so does your arm. So choices. Keep going. This is getting... keep going or pull back. This is all getting far too weird. You pull your arm out of the wall. It comes free without even the slightest suggestion of friction. What a strange experience. Right, if you push on, I'll keep going. In for a penny, in for a pound. You cry and step forward. The wall does not resist as you push on, and suddenly you find yourself on the other side. It's like the wall wasn't even real in the first place. There we go. Now we set a self switch. A is on. Okay. And teleport the player. This is where we are, isn't it? Yeah. To here. Okay. Right. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, have we... There's one that we still need to do. This appears to be a deep crack in the wall. Oh yeah, leave it alone. Cracks aren't your area of expertise. You decide to leave it to the professionals, just in case you fiddle on too much and end up knocking down an entire ancient monument. Your insurance probably doesn't cover that. There we go. Right, so we've got through, and we've got a nice self timer control self switch thing. So if A is on, there we go. Right. Put a new bit at the top. Control conditional branch. If self switch A is on, else. If A is on, there, else. Take all of this. Grab it. Put it there. Yeah. Right. If A is on, you step through the fake wall, emerging. No, it's not fake, it's an illusory wall, isn't it? Emerging on the other side, unscathed. Okay. Where's the transporter one? There it is. Copy that and paste it there. Right, okay, there we are. Okay. Okay. Now this one is going to be empty. Or at least it's going to have no image. Priority is same as characters. We can't walk through it, but we can trigger it with action button. Show text. You step through, step back through the wall. On the other side. Okay. And we transfer the player to here. Fade is none. Okay. Okay, now go back to this one and edit this one. Edit. Ba ba ba. Right, that should do it. Okay. Let's check the chat. Oh, look, that's interesting. Right. Okay, that's it. Right, okay. Sorry, guys. We're going to have to go back to you having the chat underneath the screen. Underneath the chat on screen, because otherwise it's clear that it's only going to be showing me what's going on if it's on screen. We're doing the pull-out method. There we go. Sorry about that. You're just going to have to deal with the fact that the chat is on screen twice, because otherwise it's not working. It's not coming up. Infinity! Infinity, sorry. Yes. Many, many of me. Oh, yes. Right, we're doing the pull-out method. Oh dear, yes. As I suggested last time, you need to install a virtual machine and install Windows 1 on the Mac and use the PC. I'm not installing Windows 1. Have you seen Windows 1? It's crap. Putting a clock on the screen takes so many runtimes. It's ridiculous. Right, save, and let's try this out. Yeah, that didn't work. Ignore. Windows 2 then. That's hilarious. Now it's telling me last time you opened this, it didn't work. Would you like to try again? And then it crashed on that. You prefer any version of Windows over macOS? It depends on what you want to get done. I like the way macOS works. I don't like the fact that this clearly hasn't been updated for the latest version. Got no patches and things. Your joke got removed. What joke? It's not that. I'm on live chat and I don't see it. I'm sorry, man. Right, let's go over to here. Right, there's the crack in the wall. It appears to be a deep crack in the wall. Leave it alone. Cracks aren't your area of expertise. You decide to leave it to the professionals, just in case you fiddle on too much and end up knocking down an entire ancient monument. Your insurance probably won't cover that. Here's your deep crack in the wall. Stick your finger in it. Leave all logic and reason behind you. Shove your finger into the deep crack in an ancient, unexplored building that is actively collapsing around you. Weirdly, nothing bad happens. In fact, you can't feel the wall around your finger. It's like the wall doesn't actually exist. Pull your finger out quickly. Seems like kind of nonsense you don't want to get involved with. You pull your finger out of the crack and breathe a sigh of relief that it's still in one piece. Don't think your house insurance covers me anyway. Oh, the jokes I could make. Push on further. Obviously someone is playing silly buggers here. So you decide to press onward. You push the rest of your hand into the crack, but are amazed that not only does your entire hand fit, but so does your arm. Pull back. All getting a bit too weird, you pull your arm out of the wall, it comes free without even the slightest suggestion of friction. What a strange experience. Lottie. Lottie. You there? No, Lottie hasn't come in. Right, let's do the crack in the wall. Stick your finger in. Put your, push on further. Keep going. In for a penny, in for a pound, you cry, and step forward. The wall does not resist as you push on, and suddenly you find yourself on the other side. It's like the wall wasn't even real in the first place. There we are. Still can't go lower though, so let's do this. Step back through the illusionary wall, emerging unscathed on the other side. There we are. step through the illusionary wall, emerging on the other side unscathed. There we are. So we got a nice illusory wall puzzle. That works. And just because we need to make it all look nice, there we go. There's the next bit, so it all now works. She's still the eldest, and the eldest, so she's the lead cat. Fair enough. I'm sorry that your joke got removed, man. I don't know what it was. Try it again and see what happens. 10, print. Boom. 20, go to pub. Right. Right, if we go around, it blocks off there and there, but not round here. I'm going to do some changes to this. I want it to not go to certain... I want it to not go far. So I'm going to close it up. There. There. Right, now we can get to everywhere else. Can't we? Yes, we can. Okay. Showing on your chat, but not on screen chat. But I've got everything on screen. I'm on live chat. I've got moderation activity turned on. Reactions turned on. Turn off moderation. Turn back on moderation. Yeah, nothing's being deleted. So I genuinely don't know what the problem is. Oh, hang on. I do have a block list of words because of transphobes and anti-Semites. So what if it's decided it's picked one of those? I'm not saying that you said a bad joke or anything. I'm just saying, what if it's picked one? What if it's decided that there's something off? You never know these days. That's the biggest issue with these things. Contains nothing like that. No, I didn't say it did. I was saying, what if it thinks like it's something like that? I'm going to put that yellow switch there. Right. Right, let's do this. No, cancel. Right. Show text. There's a large yellow lever on the wall. Possibly maybe one slightly dodgy word. Put a few full stops in it and you should be okay. And then I can work out what it is that might be on the list. Show choices. Pull it! Leave it alone. Right. Choice 2 for cancel, yes. Pull it. Show text. You decide to give the weirdly ominous and unlabeled lever a good hard pull. It goes clunk and comes off in. What'd the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? Oh my god! Oh my! Oh, that really tickled me. Brilliant. Well done, well done. Love it. Oh, fantastic. That's brilliant. No notes, no notes. But weirdly, cannibal is not a word that's in my block list. That must be a YouTube thing. You can't trademark Quest for the Game Hammer. I've been working on this for years. I've got prior art. It goes clunk and comes off in your hand. And why not? Prior art. Right, switch the boulder. Now give the player change items. Increase number 45 by 1. Item 45 by 1. Right, let's go to tools. Oh, we can't. Okay, just set that. Tools, database, items, number 45. A broken lever. The user compatible end. The handle end of a broken lever. What was Dave's joke? Dave said, what did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? Wiped his bum. The handle end of a broken lever. Will this be useful later? Who knows? You didn't think I was user compatible. Haha, you know me well. Right, let's see. Have I got a thing that looks like a lever? That kind of looks like a lever. Right, we'll use that. It is a regular item, yes, and its price is 1. It's not consumable. There we go. Right, control switches 31 is on. There we go. Leave it alone. You decide to show some common sense by not pulling on the random lever you found in an ancient unexplored monument. There we go. Right, now we need to put in something above that. A conditional branch. If switch. Cancel. Oh yeah, conditional branch. Yes, that's what we want. If switch 31, okay, is on, else. Grab all of that. If it's not on, then there. If it is on, didn't think anything I cooked was consumable unless it's part of the rubbish bins. I cook well. I'm a good cook. I'm a good cook. The lever is broken. Rendering whatever it is attached to completely useless. Well done. You broke it. You broke another ancient mechanism. There we go. Right. Show text. Somewhere in the distance, the ancient machinery whirs. Suddenly a huge crashing sound echoes through the halls. Hopefully you haven't just broken something expensive. There we go. There we go. Okay. Right. We know this works, so we're now going to do a move to here. Quick event creation. Oh, no. Set player start position. Save. You're always breaking something expensive. Damn right. Damn right I am. Darn tootin'. Let's hope this works. Nope, can't see a bloody thing. Wonderful. Thing is not compatible with latest Mac OS, is it? Something's wrong. I think it's a rendering thing with the new graphics that the Mac has in modern day. Right, go to here. Large yellow lever on the wall. Pull it. Decide to give the weirdly ominous and unlabeled lever a good hard pull. It goes clunk and comes off in your hand. Somewhere in the distance, ancient machinery whirs. Suddenly, a huge crashing sound echoes through the halls. Hopefully you haven't just broken something expensive. The lever is broken, rendering whatever it is attached to completely useless. Well done, you broke another ancient mechanism. Yay! Right, let's see. Is it still there? Can we see the thing from here? We cannot. One of my friends is playing Bookshop Simulator. Interesting. Hi, Gurphy. How you doing, man? Down here and across and do. Wrong way. I don't know the directions in my own game. No, I don't. Step back through the illusionary wall. Blah blah blah. Which is clever because there we are. It does work. Leap across the gap in the floor. There we go. See? Not doing too bad there. Right. Need to check the other bit though. Where we leave it alone. I should have checked that first, to be honest with you. New game. Not sure why I've got save game. Okay. Large yellow lever on the wall. Leave it alone. You decide to show some common sense by not pulling on the random lever you found in an ancient unexplored monument. There we go. Large yellow lever on the wall. Pull it. Blumph, blumph, blumph. There we go. Right. Check our inventory. What items do we have? A broken lever. The handle end of a broken lever. Hi Tim, how you doing? Tim Railway says, why does Santa got no kids? He only comes once a year. I like it. Being really making a real posh fish pie. Cool. Right, there we go. So right, since we've got yeah, let's do this. I think this is a fun one to do. Right. There's outside, so we can see the outside. I just like the idea of that. Since we've got this entire area that's not used on our map. There we go. There. There we are. Now it looks all right. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Right. Right, we'll deal with the 3 archaeologists we've got stood around in a moment. In fact, let's copy one. Let's copy him, paste him there, and have him the other way around. Yeah, that'll do. There's another one. That obviously looks like a kid, so let's have a grandma of some kind. Yes, there we go. Right, so we've got some grandmas and other people like that. You move that Captain Bumface not be allowed to join the Archaeologist Guild. He's not allowed. He got in here on forged papers, remember? There's an entire quest line. Right, now we're going to have some roaming enemies. So this is the first time that we're going to have regions set for our game. Can we set regions? Let's set our regions. This is region 1. In fact, the whole of this is region 1. this bit is region 2, because this is the bit you can get to when you come through that wall. You can get all the way around here, but it doesn't get you anywhere, so it's kind of okay. Right, we're going to set all of this there, down here, yeah. Over here, yes. We can get to that as well, and to there. You can't get to that bit because that's the other region. Right. And there. Oh, hang on, no. No. This should be region 3. We'll have to close that off. Right, so what I'm doing with this is setting a potential for different levels of threat. We haven't done this before, but this is the point where the game is starting to go up in difficulty, really, because we've got through the first major set of issues. Yeah, so let's go back to this. There. Okay. So let's change this. Where is our flooring bit? That's the flooring that we have. I can open up that. And there. Turn that into a bit of wall, yeah. Okay, we should be okay now. Right, we're going back to regions. I am not even reading that joke out. Mr. Spectre Space Chicken, that is a great joke, but if I read that out, there's a chance that YouTube will slap me with a no sticker. Hello, Mr. Belmosen. How you doing? Did you hear about the butcher who sat on his carving knife? He got a little behind in his work. Oh! I love it. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. It's puns night, is it? I like it. It's like Burns night, only with puns. When is Burns night? Hi, Krista. How you doing? I used to go to a lovely event. What is this? Dirty Jokes Night? Yes. I used to go to a Burns night event with the local Conservative Party, but not anymore. Just doesn't happen now. Because I'm not part of the group anymore. I'm not part of the party. It's my party and I'll kick butts if I want to. Right, so this bit here is going to be interesting. Right, go back to here and we can now change inside the pyramid, edit this. So, range is what we've just set, range of 1, 2 and 3. We can have all these. We can have all kinds of stuff come in now. Cancel, we're not doing that yet. So we're going to create with our, no, we're going to save. Right, tools, database. We need some monsters. We've got enemies here, and we're going to have, first of all, a mummy. Image will be, we don't have a mummy. That's interesting. There's got to be something we can use. Oh yeah, that's the nightmare horse that I made. Looks completely crap compared to the others, but don't worry, I'll make it look even worse later on. Yeah, there's actually not a mummy, is there? That's interesting. What the frick is that? A Garuda. It's an owl with a snake coming out its head. Yeah, we don't have a mummy. We've not got a generic evil. I'm actually surprised we don't. Oh, I can't make if we don't have a mummy, I can't make the joke I was going to have because it would have been funny as hell. Yeah, we've got nothing. Hmm. Okay. Suppose we can use a dancing skeleton, but it's not the same, is it? I'll have to draw one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, actually we will. We'll draw one. Okay. Save. Photoshop. Right, let's do this. I have to move a few things off my graphics card tablet, but we're going to do this. We're going to draw a thing. Right. Wow, it normally loads up by now. I'm surprised. This took a while. Right. Wow, it's slow. You're going to find all kinds of crap in my... look at that. This is the kind of thing I do. New file. Right, let's do this. We'll go for photo sizes. 16 by 12 centimeters. That should be fine. Right. I think you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see all of it. Excellent. Right, but I can't see what you're saying, so I'm going to put that there and then scroll this over so I can still see you. Can't do that. Right, give me a second. Right, this is full screen, so I'm going to just pull this in like that. Okay, now I can see everything you can see. Right, we're gonna draw a quick mummy. Right, sketch. My cat is not under the chair. Roll back a bit and move the games that I haven't put away yet back out the way. We're going to draw a mummy. It shouldn't take too long. Move the Game Boy out of the way as well. Grab my graphics tablets and had a good day today. So Tube came and fixed our internet. That completely wasn't working. We went to Hailing Island. Cool. Have you watched Doctor Who where the kid said, "Are you my mummy?" Yes, I have. I have very definitely seen that one. Right, let's do a sketch. Where's my pens? Go to the pen styles. Go. Where's my? Yeah, that'll do. HB pencil. Okay. Tim Railway sorry. President Illusions, Patrick says, has just insulted our armed forces by saying we were barely involved in Afghanistan. He also said the USA won World War II. Of course he did. He's a bell end. He has no idea what's going on. Right, let's do this. We need... Right, let's do a stick figure. We want a slightly curved body. No, that's not right. Forearm should be about the same length. Give me a second. And like that. And then hands there like that. Yeah, that'll right. Bit of yeah, that'll work. Right, kneecap there, and foot. Not great at drawing feet, but we'll make do. Feet are surprisingly difficult for cartoonists because we don't tend to draw them. Given that you have a small newspaper-sized thing, you tend to go for the top of the head, like the head and shoulders. So drawing feet is something I don't normally do. So, right, there we go. Right, that's a basic design. Right, yeah. That'll work. Elbow. Arm. Like that. And A kind of Frankenstein style look. Okay. Now, loads of stuff around it. We obviously want some of his bandages to be coming off here and there. Right. That kind of works. Yes, there's our basic thing. Yeah, that'll work. Like that. Stick an extra one on that. And we have an idea of where all of our things are going. Good drawing. Thank you. I am a cartoonist by trade. This is what I did for years with all of the house and stuff like that. Right, there's our basic mummy. Right, we're going to, first of all, file, save as. Right, I need documents. Is that where we're keeping stuff at the moment? I think that's where it's... this'll do. Right. GameHammer Quest images. Stick it in there. Mummy. PSD. Right. Let's do this. We need now. USA dropped the bomb was a major part of ending the war, and the USA contributed massively in the Japan region and Europe. No. The bomb did not become a major factor in ending the war. What it actually did was, yes, it sped up the end of the war. However, the war was pretty much over already. The Japanese were resource limited severely because Japan didn't have a huge amount of resources available to it and knew it had to take the USA out of the war quickly or it was going to lose eventually. And that's how it is. That they knew that, so we knew. When you start your own gaming company, let us know. I'll pre-order the first game. Oh, don't worry. This one's gone out for free. You'll be able to play this for free. Don't worry about that. The one that we're starting after this might be a pay-for one, but I don't know yet. Yeah, there was resource limitation that led Japanese to bomb the Pearl Harbor. Exactly. Meanwhile, so Japan was always going to lose because it couldn't take the Americans out quick enough. So it's always going to lose. What actually happened in the Western Front with Germany, because Italy wasn't a relevance either, they'd taken themselves out of the war. It was ridiculous. They changed sides, remember? So it went about Germany. And the moment that the Battle of Britain was won by the British and our allies, the Polish and Czech Air Force people, they were amazing and integral to winning on the Battle of Britain. By that point, Germany couldn't take Britain. So we were just going to last. That's just how it is. We might have ended up with a total war economy and a lot of problems, but we were not going to lose. And then Germany invaded Russia, and that was it. Simple as that. The Eastern Front destroyed the German chances. Meanwhile, Japan didn't have its resources, so Japan destroyed Japan's chances. America did a lot, and I'm not going to understate how much they did. They did a lot, but so did everyone else on the Allied side. It was a combined effort. The Americans sold us a load of arms and sent a huge amount of arms to the Soviets. But we and the Soviets fought for years before America even got involved. So for them to say that they won World War II, no, we all won together. And the Axis actually lost it for themselves. Right, let's get back to this. So we've got our guy. Right. We now need a decent... yeah, we spent decades paying the Americans back. Absolutely we did, yes. Right, let's do this. So, oops, nope, that's not it. There we go. Right. Ink. It was a team effort. Absolutely it was. Right, let's do it. Oh, am I still... Oh, for goodness sake. Right, where's my brushes? Where's my good brush? Where's my good brush? I want my good brush. Where's my proper brushes? Let's just go for hard round pressure size. That's it. Here we go. we'll see what I'm doing in a moment, because I'm trying to draw all of the bits on the individual parts of the bandages on, but leaving lumps here and there so that it looks like they're coming loose. And go to here now. So we're going to do this as quickly and as simply as we can, but here is the end of his finger, and there's a fingernail. There's the wraps. Okay, there's his knuckles. There we go. Right, around that, around that, around that, around that. Yeah. There's his little bits here and there for the wrapping coming off his fingers. And round there like that, and like that. And then for the rest of his hand, go around there, around there, and around there like that. And then wraps all the way across. And just erase that. Right, there's his first bit. I'm going to colour that in so we have ideas of what's going on. Sent me a message. Was it me for a messenger message? Let me just quickly check. No. Okay, no problem. It must be someone else. Okay, that's fine. Do we need to? No, that's yeah. We just that's oh, we're on the wrong thing. Call it. Yeah, there we go. Right, but delete that. Have I accidentally drawn anything on it? Nope. Good. There we go. Right, let's do this. So I want to color that his skin a little bit sort of greenish, greeny yellow, like a sickly green. Oh yeah, that'll work nicely. So if we color that in. Wrong colors. Yeah, I saw the one that you sent. Thank you, Patrick. That's very much appreciated. Right, there's his. So we now know his base color. And we'll need a more yellowish one for his nails. There we go. Yep. And then go back to the standard green and darken that a bit. It's your GameHammer business chat. I sent the message. Oh, right. Okay, it is me then. Okay. Switch profile to... Ah, yes, GameHammer on red chat. Let's go... Oh, hang on. I need to darken that a bit. Oh, that's too much dark. Yeah, that's okay. Oh! Ha ha ha! A card. So, Krista's husband has sent a card to her. Warning, do not interrupt while gaming. I like it. That is cool. I like it. Nice. Oh, that's very cool. Nice. Right, put that back there. Okay, let me grab this. So I've got that darkened down. So end of the finger and round the sides and a little bit there. So yeah, there we go. Right. And a final bit of extra colour. A little bit lighter, you see. It's one part of the... There you are. Right. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Let's get back to the inking. Yeah, stick with 5 for the ink width. Right. To there. There. Wrap there. Wrap there. Wrap there. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is coming together. Let's grab that colour there. This one behind it. A little bit there just for that. Right. So we're going to need this skin colour there, because we've got a little bit of bare skin. A little bit of bare skin there as well. The rest will be white. Thanks to dark mode and WenApe, you've been coding again. Oh, nice. That's great to hear, man. Oh, that's fantastic news. Brilliant. Right, let's go to that. Yeah, there we go. Right, a little bit of dark underneath. Your birthday card. You're like, oh, that's cool. Right, so we've got an idea of what's going on with this. That's going to be our guy. He's going to wander along like that. He's got a funny, jaunty, almost Disney style of look to the way he's walking, which is what I want. So that's cool. Right. Going to do the same with this hand now. Are you doing a remake of Oh Mummy? Kind of a reference to Oh Mummy, yes. I am actually thinking if we fight one of these mummies and lose, our character should say, "Oh, mummy." But maybe that's just me. Right, let's keep going with this. Elbow there. Yeah. Oh, actually, the elbow should probably be in two bits there, like that. Go back to 5 for the internal detail. That way you've got a thicker outline around the outside of the creature compared to the inside, which is quite good actually for making things look fun and interesting. And wrap over to there. Yeah, oh, yeah, that looks good. Over to there. Right, bring up the torso bits there. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, I like this. Okay. When the hell am I re-uploading all of the house? You know why I haven't done it yet? Because I've spent days upon days writing a bloody police report. It's ridiculous and correlating all the evidence that's going on. And I've just got to get that finished before I can do anything else. And it's an absolute farce that has so much stuff. But oh, I'm getting there, and I am getting angry with some of the stuff. Because when you write it all down and then you see it written down, bloody hell, the stuff that's been going on. Holy crap. The stuff that's been going on, when you see it all written down of the extent of what's been happening, it's anger inducing and bloody livid at times. Right, let's do this. Can you guys see a problem? Can you guys see a problem on screen with how I've drawn these hands? I can see a problem with how I've drawn these hands. This mummy's got 2 left hands. That would be okay if we had a Frankenstein, because we could have two left hands. But yeah, they've got to go like that. But we haven't done that. Send my request. I will do. Thank you. I need to redo the sketch. I need fingers like that. So this hand is different. Like this finger would be the small finger, the little finger, so there. So his hand would actually be like that. That's his back. I always draw ridiculously large hands. I don't know why, I just do. Right, where's my hardware and pressure size? Yes, size 9. That's great. That's, yeah. Right, there we go. Right. Now we need 5, so we've got the internal detail, and that's smaller. Right, and then wrap around like that again. Right, I want a little bit of his hand showing through there. Like that, yeah, that's fine. There we go, right, around there. Like loss, yes. There we are. Right, so his hand's done. And since we've got a small amount that we could use as a bit of colouring area, let's do that while we're here. So where was it? There it is. A little bit of colour. Perhaps a little bit on the end of his thumb. Oh, sorry. Yes, on his thumb as well. Go back to here and draw in a thumbnail. There we are. A little bit darker as well to colour the end. Yeah. There we go. Right, that's then all of this. We'll colour that dark, and then we'll choose a little bit to be lighter, since the majority of it is wrapped over there. There we are. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. And right. The mummy is coming together. We might be doing this for the rest of the evening to get this one character drawn, but unfortunately that is the price you pay when you're making your own characters. You approve of humming the Phrygian dominant. Hi James, how you doing, man? Go to here, and over to that, and around like that. So let's start with the. Hang on. Quick curve like that. Yes, there we go. Right, now we're getting somewhere with this. This foot is enormous. I just realised we've got this mummy's got the world's largest feet. I can't draw feet. I'm terrible at drawing feet. It's atrocious. Come on round there. Yeah, that definitely looks like some kind of ghost from a Disney thing, or perhaps Casper. I'll go with it. It'll be fun. we can sort it out later if needs be. Right. He's the greatest. He's fantastic. Wherever there is danger, he'll be there. Danger Mouse. Ba ba ba. Danger Mouse. Do do do. Danger Mouse. One thing I've learned from Disney cartoons and, weirdly enough, Rolf's Cartoon Club and stuff like that is, and also how to draw the Marvel way. There's a great book called How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and it always demonstrates one very specific thing. Never draw straight lines when you can have a weird curve. to emphasize personality. You're not, when you're doing, you had that book once, it's great. My parents got it for me for Christmas about 10 years ago now. You demonstrate personality in how things move and how things look. Nothing stands straight. Nothing stands fully to attention unless you're doing a very rigid depiction of a soldier or something like that. So always go for something like this where you can demonstrate personality where you can. Right, so we're now going to use the base of his, yeah. He's not going to be open, you see, at the top, but he is at the bottom. There we go. And come back to the openings on these in a second. Right, let's go to 5 because we'll need detailing on the ends of these for the patterns. There we go. So the ends of this are hatched. There's no actual proper end of the thingamajigs because we want it to look like it's fraying. So I'm actually using cross hatching to mark it all off. So it looks all frayed at the ends. See what I mean? The fewer lines you have, the more frayed it looks. As if it's all coming apart. Like that. Hello to Tim Davis, the Lunch and Cheesehead. How you doing, man? Gonna call it a bit of an early night. Take care, Spectre. Thanks for coming along, man. I hope you enjoyed your time, and we'll see you later, hopefully. Right, what's going on? You aren't going for Christmas 1989, Boxing Day. Oh, wow. That would be cool. I never knew it existed as a kid. I grew up learning how to draw from Rolf's Cartoon Club and the Beano and Victor and things like that. The DC Thompson method, essentially. And then I got into American-style comics. But a lot of my comic work was self-taught from the Beano back in the day. And then I got how to draw comics the Marvel way and stuff like that. And it was good. I mean, that's it. Terrible at figure paint. Oh, I can't do figure painting. I can't do figure painting. I am terrible with drawing people, which is why I became a cartoonist instead of a portrait artist. There we go. Right, we've got all that done now. Let's have a few more down here, just to, there. Right, let's do this. We can now put in some of the extra features that we want. Right, so we need a crotch area, so let's do like that. Yeah. Actually, no. For the appropriateness of the joke we're going to make, we'll draw this as a woman instead of a man. So one curve instead of multiple complex curves on the area. Right, there we go. Right, and we need some Phrygian dominant chiptunes for this. Oh my goodness, yes. Right, let's do some wrappings. Like that, yeah. There we go, over there. Yeah, that works. Okay. matter the cost, no matter how far. Right. We've kind of lost some of what we were doing though. If you notice, I just realized I did all these lumps over here and it looks great, and then I stopped. So we really should start putting some of those back in. But for the moment, we'll go with this. All right. That's not going to work because the head is curved, so it goes round like that. Like that, like that, like that, and then across, probably across the top like that as well. Yeah, let's go that way. Yes, that works. Erase that and across that and there. Right. So we're going to go in a little bit further, and I'm going to add some extra bits that will add on as another ink layer. Call it ink again. So I'm going to put a few strands of hair coming out here and there. Let's see how I can do this. Yeah, like that, stuff like that. Just an occasional thing like that. And then there will be an eye about here. If I just draw the eye in a cartoon style. That kind of works. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's draw an Egyptian style makeup. So it really emphasizes the eyes. There. That, oh yes, that will work nicely, yes. And right, I'm going to take out part of the mouth there. And bring this around like this. One thing cartoonists do, if you ever see a cartoonist drawing in real life, you'll notice that they start to make the facial features of what they're trying to draw. So if I start going and something like that, it's not I'm angry with you. I'm trying to work out the facial features. So it's just weird. It's weird how it works, but you know, that's how we are. We're a weird bunch. All right, I need some teeth. Well, actually, a tooth. Yeah, this'll do. This'll do. Yeah, teeth like that. Actually, like that. Yeah, we'll go that way. Yeah. And that. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. And remove all of this part of the ink, because we want, this is a mummy, so we want some hair. And the joke being that there's also going to be another character called a daddy, just because I think it's funny. There we are. Will the daddy make terrible puns? Oh yes, don't worry about that. There'll be puns aplenty. A big daddy. Don't worry, there'll be a boss. Yes! Oh, yes! A big boss called Big Daddy. That'll be great. Why's my... What the hell's happened to my eraser? That should be working. There. Okay, that's just weird. There we go. All right. Yes, there we go. Okay. A dig baddie. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, where's our colours again? Gonna need skin colour. Yeah, and the shadowed skin parts, slightly darker, yes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba da ba da ba ba. Da 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 da. Ba da ba da ba ba. Da 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 do. Dee lee lee le ba da. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Daddy, daddy cool. Daddy, daddy cool. Daddy, daddy cool. Daddy, daddy cool. And yep, there we go. We're getting somewhere now with the colouring. Bonnie M had some great. They really did. They really did. Do do diddly 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 ba bam ba la la diddly diddly do. There was a man so long ago. Do 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 do. What da 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 da. Bam bam ba dum. Ba 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 da 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 da. Right, there you are. Your mate Danny's a git. He just sent me pictures of him at the WRC World launch where he's a special guest. Git. You should be happy for your friend. Right, what colour should the hair be? I'm going to go for a kind of lanky straw brown. Like, yeah, that kind of works. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. He's a drummer and wrote the theme. Cool. That is really cool. Right, there you are. Okay, there's the hair. Grey hair as they were old. Were they though? That's the thing. Was this particular one old? Right, we're going to have a slightly yellowed eye. Drawn it. I've coloured it brown because that's the wrong colour, isn't it? Slightly yellowed eye. Yes. Slightly creamy off-white. Oh, yeah. Yes, very jaundiced. Yeah, there we are. The eye is now a little glassy. Not, yeah. So we'll have a slightly icy blue for the eye. And a couple of hints here and there of a bit of reflection. There you are. Right, there's the eye. Okay, that's coming together. That's coming together nicely. Gosh, you're good at this drawing, but I am a professional cartoonist. Takes a while to do, but we'll get there, and that's kind of how it works. Right, now we're getting somewhere. So let's draw in. That would explain it. Right, we're going to merge these inks. There we go, so that we don't have to worry about that. So I've merged the two ink layers. Right, let's get the rest of these finished up so that we can put the rest of the stuff onto it. Yeah. elbows are difficult, so there we go. Ba 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 ba. Right, we've got that there. Right, let's do the rest of the torso now. Right, I'm going to actually do that, a little gap there like that, so that we can have a bit more complicated stuff down here. And down to there, a little bit, not quite covering there. This is the interesting part, isn't it? Because we have to make this work around what is actually a complex area. Because I'm trying to work out how the bandages will go to allow movement. Because mummies weren't supposed to move. They were all wrapped up for a freaking reason, man. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, we'll say that there's multiple bandages that way so that they have some movement. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Right, we can do the rest of the leg now. Actually, ink again, because I want to be able to swiftly draw some of these. Now we'll come back and work it out afterward. Will Howard Carter feature in this? Who's Howard Carter? Why do I know that name? Why did you say that name? Save Martha! Oh, I am so frickin' nerdy, it's ridiculous. Discovered King Tut. Ah, of course, yeah. Hi, Jan, how you doing?
Ignore me, I'm not here.
You are here, though. That's the point. You are here. Jesus Christ.
What do you think I was doing?
I didn't see it coming.
Good. Job done then.
Everyone says hi, Jenny.
Hello.
Ah! Howard Carter did not dig me out of my cellar, Patrick. I'm not that old. I sometimes feel it, but I'm not. Oh, we have a good joke on this channel, don't we? There we go. Right, that kind of works. That works. Jenny said in the Monday Club that I was very old. I'm not ancient Egypt old. I'm just getting on a bit. Oh dear. Right, let's around here as well. There we go, and there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Just delete those bits. Oh, come on. Really doesn't want to do some of these. Oh, because that's an error on the other ink layer. Right, I see why. Right. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Right, we'll merge these inks. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's coming together nicely. Oh, there, missed one bit. There, I'll tidy it up. Okay. Howard Carter did not dig me out of my cellar. YouTube short. Yes. Okay, I think that's the whole of the inking layer done. Right. You're going to love this bit. Right, watch this. This is how we deal with nonsense of having a mostly white character. Right, there you go. Get rid of the sketch layer. Go to the ink. Select the whole thing. Select inverse. select, modify, contract by 1 pixel. Background, color, layer. Right, pick the slightly, we're going to go for a cold grey, slightly off white for the actual thing for the mummy. Doomph. Do-do-do-do! And there we have a mummy. Now all we've got to do is tidy up those little bits on the ends of things and in some of the corners where the masking tool didn't quite hit correctly. And it makes it so simple to get this thing correct. Did Lord Carnarvon break down the door to your house so he and Howard Carter could discover your sarcophagus in your basement? No, it didn't. I approve of computer magic. Yeah. And that is how you do a comic every day for years. By finding the tricks that make it work. Hope all of the house hasn't been axed. What's happened is that we've been inundated with other stuff. Like at the moment, I'm having to write the timeline of events for the bullying that's been going on and all the people that have been attacking Jen, so that the police can investigate. So that's taken up time that I would have been putting all the remaining comics back up on the website. But, you know, unfortunately, real life events have to come first because that's how life is. And the perils of being self-employed is if I don't do something, it doesn't get done. There's only one of me and only so many hours in the day. But it'll get there eventually. The comic, unfortunately, has to take a back seat at the moment. There we are. Oops. Okay, there we go. We're coming round. We've almost got this. This is so much easier this way. Time is money. Turn, yes. Right, there we go. There's only so many bits that need this doing because the majority. And if you notice, I've got a fairly deep coloured background, so that the white really stands out. We can delete that background eventually. It'll be fine. There we are. 1 or 2 bits there. And it also shows up that some of the hair went over the edges of the colour lines. There we go. You might bribe me to do the graphics. Right, there's the mummy done. That's the majority of it anyway. The mummy is now majority done. I'm going to leave the red on the background so we can see what's going on. Right, now we need to adjust some of the other bits. Oh, hang on. There's one bit that we haven't done. There. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. A little bit. So I am going to just tidy up here with these bits of colour. Right. And save. Now we add in the texturing on this on these bandages. So every now and again you can see where they overlap, you see. And it gives a bit of an idea of roundness and 3D to it. There we go. Actually, I should probably do it on this level, on this layer. Right, we need bits on there because the hair is sticking out from it. Definitely a load over here. Yeah, that's gotten good. across there and across there. Yep, there we go. I'm just doing quick highlights here and there. It's not 100%, it's not the greatest image I've ever done, but it is working for what I want, which is what we need. Right, let's do this. Right. Around there. Yep. Around here as well. Yep, there's loads. You notice I'm doing a lot of cross hatching for these bits because the shading is enhancing the detail that was already on the idea of these bits with the cross hatches. So there's a little bit of essentially secondary shaded cross hatching here and there. You won't really see it once we're back at 100% size, but because it's there, your brain notices and you end up with a load of ideas of texture to it, you know? So let's do this. We're going in again around some of the blended parts. Go round here. The further down we go, the more dark it's going to be, of course, because the sun, I've got an idea in my head of where the sun is for the lighting, so that works quite well. Around here, there we go. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost there now. Amstrad sales posts on Facebook are near non-existent. Yeah, at the moment, no one seems to be selling Amstrads. I don't know why. A lot of people are holding on to stuff, I think. Down to there and there and there. Right, around there. Yeah, there we go. Little bits here and there. Not huge amounts. I'm trying not to do too much. But it's coming together. It's coming together. Right. There we go. Right. Almost there. Almost. Yeah, you can see why all of the house takes so long and knob mouse and stuff like that when I'm making them. Because it's a complex thing to do all the shading and the colours and the designs. But when it's done, it's well worth it, you know? The experience of creation of comics is wonderful. I really enjoy it. Right, let's move on to the next bit. Right, we've got to work out where this probably comes around there like that. Down here will also be almost completely in shadow. So let's do this bit and then we'll feather in. Let's see how it goes from there. Yeah, that's working. Right, this is the tricky part. How, up there. The curve round, yep, that curve round there, yeah, and round. That works, okay. And with here, up there and then round like that, so that we've got a feeling of movement and curving of colour. And why? There. There we are. Delete, delete, delete. There's an eraser on the end of the pen, you see. That's the pen nib, and that's the eraser. It's actually very intuitive when you know that, on how to do these bits. That would be more light, so let's come around to here, and that would come down like that. The occasional feather up bit there, you see. That's because, like I said earlier, we've got these bits. It's making it look like it's fibre. So it's not linear, so we've got these bits that come up. It's just little bits like that that trick your brain into thinking it's more real than it is, which I kind of like. Right, let's go further down and do the knee. The back of the knee is complicated, so round there like that, yes. And then round here and ankle. There's an ankle, which I haven't drawn. I've just given an impression of via essentially shadow. But that works well for our needs. So change the direction that the lines are going in because we've changed direction on this. Yep, that works. And all of this is in shadow because it's the base of the foot. Bring that round like that. And yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, curve the edge of the foot. Bit like Take Heart or Art Attack or Smart if you're right. Yes, yes. Oh man, Take Heart. I love Tony Hart. Tony Hart was brilliant. He was incredible. He also, if I remember correctly, designed the logo for Blue Peter. One of your regular sellers selling something you'll be interested in, a retro series on a retro format. Oh, what's that? There we go, that down there, and that there. Red Dwarf on VHS. I've got it. Not kidding. I used to buy them all. Saved up my pocket money and bought Red Dwarf. Back on the days of VHS. When you got 3 episodes on a bloody VHS video. What a rip-off it was back then. It was ridiculous. So each season is 2 VHS tapes. It's ridiculous. Maintaining high quality of the video. Copy my ass. Just making money. Also selling boxed TMNT movie figures. Wow, that's cool. No accounting for taste these days. I would love the Turtles movie figures. I have no space. It's got to that point. It's ridiculous in here. It really is. That will come around on here and rounding up. Yep, there's the front of the foot. There we go. Almost done now. Whew. So you can see when we start doing the individual characters for the individual redos of all the other monsters to make it our own. It's going to take a while. One of those situations, I suppose. Right, let's do this. All right, there we go. Okay, now bring the kneecap round like that. Kind of, yeah. And then curve down and join the, there we are, the shadow at the bottom. There we go, right. There we go. And a little bit on the other side as well, because let's face it, little bits of it would be in shadow. So we'll curve around here as well, and down and down and down and down, but not as much. Right, let's go up here, and this, for the most part, will be in shadow, because this is the one at the back of the character, so the body will shadow the majority of it. Shame about Mark Spate from Smart. I don't know what happened to him. Sorry to say, don't know what happened, man. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And pretty much done now. Last few bits there. Okay. His girlfriend accidentally drowned the bath while under the influence and he went missing. Oh my goodness. That's a real shame, man. That's oh. It's so sad when stuff like that happens. But what can you do? Right. And yeah. Right. One final bit, I want to do a little bit more colouring. A little bit more green highlights here and there. So let's do that. Right. Let's do this. So we're going to have another bit of green there. And another bit of green there. Just to add a little bit of variety to this. You know. Right, and over here I want a bit more green as well. Top of the leg. And then this bit of midriff. Let's do that. Just to add variety and a few highlights basically. So I'm actually going to suggest and make a suggestion of muscle here. A little bit of, yep, and then down here a little bit like that. A little bit of shadow, little bit of, oops, a little too much there. A little bit of shadow highlights. Shadow. There we go. Right, anywhere else? I think that's all we need. One little bit here. Can't hurt, can it? There we go. Just a little bit on the heel. Actually, that looks pretty damn good when we do that bit. Yeah. There. Do-do. There's our mummy. Not bad. Right, let's crop this down. Actually, save it as it is. Right. Now we need to open up... Right, I think... Don't quote me on this, but I think we should be able to just pull this in, because we did our horse, didn't we? Where did I put it? I think it's in Dropbox. Gaming. GameHammer Live Game Coding. That sounds about... No, it's not. So where the hell... Oh, it's on my desktop, isn't it? Miscellaneous to sort. GH Quest. There it is. Right. Images. Enemies. Okay, Actor 1.6. Let's open that. And it's much, much smaller. Of course it is. Right, we need to grab all three of these layers. Right, first of all, save. Yep. Copy all those layers together. Copy that. Paste there. Now undo all of that. There we are. And save there. Get rid of that because we don't need it anymore. Right. View. Snap to grid. Pull that until it snaps to the grid. Yes. Pull it across. Cross again. And snap to grid. And snap to grid. Pull it right in. Yes. Okay. Turn off snap to grid again. And put it to there. Turn this off. There we go. Now our character looks reasonable. Yes. Boris Karloff would be proud. Thank you, Mr. Palmerson. Right, let's put a little bit underneath and nice. Actually, cancel that. What colour's the grey on there? It's transparent. That's interesting. So it's a transparent black layer. Okay, let's go for about 50% then. And there you are. There's our character. Right, file, export as quick export as PNG, miscellaneous to sort, GameHammer Quest, images, enemies, mummy _1. Ah, there we go. Watching smart. So, you want a game about a mummy reclaiming all their stuff from a different museum? Oh, that would be great. What software did I use to draw? This is Photoshop. Yeah, Adobe Photoshop 2025. Right. Cancel. I don't need to save. Oh, of course, I don't need to save that because I've already done it. Right, close that. Don't save. And close. Photoshop close. Right, there we are. Right, now we tools, database. Now we create the image from mummy. It should be there now. It is not because we haven't pulled it in yet. Of course we haven't. Cancel. Tools. Resource manager. Enemies. Mummy 1. Import. Oh. Mummy 1. There you are. Open that. Okay. Close. Save that. Right. Tools, database, go to the mummy. And it's still not there. How the hell has that happened? It should be. That's nightmare. Desktop. Miscellaneous to sort out. GameHammer Quest. Images, enemies, Nightmare is there. There's our horse. There's the mummy. So why... That glitched, yeah. Close that. Tools. Resource Manager. Enemies. Mummy 1. Preview it. There it is. DLC? No, we don't need DLC. I mean, we've got a load of stuff in there. RPG Maker freebies. What's in here? Graphics? Please tell me there's not. Let's go for a Common Swordsman. Let's open a Common Swordsman up. Right, is he added? Has that been added? Common Swordsman. Preview. Interesting looking character. Close. So if I now go to Tools and Database and Enemies, and I go to Mummy, can I add the Common Swordsman? No. He's not there either. I mean, the cat's there. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hang on. Where am I in? It's just in images. Am I in the correct place? We will have Lottie in the game. Don't worry. We'll have Lottie as well as a. I don't know what, but we'll work it out. Right. Images. Let's have a look. Audio, data, fonts. Got an image. Pictures. No. SV enemies. Oh, look. There's Nightmare in here as well. SV underscore enemies. I've just got it in enemies. Right. Copy. SV enemies. Why can't I paste? Paste item to there. Right. If I go back to enemies, is it there? Is it still there? Mummy 1 is still there. So if I now go to SV enemies and bring up a new Finder window of desktop, it's to sort. No, actually desktop. Where's Mummy 1? There it is. And I drop Mummy 1 into here. Can I now put it into here? Mummy 1. There we are. We are in the wrong place. And we can change the hues. Oh, yes. Look at that. Let's go for standard. Okay. There's our mummy. There we go. Right. Maximum hit points. Since they're undead, let's go for 600. Maximum mana, I don't know. 250. Attack 14. Defense 15. Melee attack 18. Melee defense 5. No, let's go 7. Agility, another bandage 7. Luck 14. What items do they drop? Let's have an item. No, they don't drop the GameHammer. That'd be weird. Let's go for a small rubber duck. Probability of 1 in 100. Okay. Smelling salts 1 in 5. And a weapon. Let's go for a weapon. A generalization of 1 in 4. Okay. Okay. There we go. XP 500. Gold. Mummies are okay. So 40. Let's have 40. They've got argue. That's strong argument. They've got harsh remark. And they can save face. Right, mummy. Step mummy. We got the step mummy. I think I want like purple. Yeah. But let's go for 500 gold again and like 50 this time. Max hit points. How many? 614, 18, 7. 650, 12, 17, 8. 250, 15, 57, 14. 300, 17. What was it? Defense was like 57, so let's put it at 30. And look of 19. These items are going to be different. Let's have armor this time. A specific knowledge, a probability of 1 in 60. A good research, it's a probability of 1 in 10. And as items, an energy drink, a 1 in 4. These have Savage Burn. I'm just picking random stuff. Non sequitur, Guard, and one more. And let's have Strong Argument. There we go. Archaeologist's hat would be fun. But we've already got the archaeologist's hat. They can't have an... Maybe the daddy could have an archaeologist's hat. Right. Troops. Let's go for... Shooting mummies would have mumble. I like it. Right, we need... We need on this one... Pack of mummies. Band of mummies. We need a coffee morning. Change the background. Got a coffee morning now. Yeah. Yeah, that's our ruins. We need a mummy, a step mummy, and a mummy. Just a mummy. Let's add that one. And a step mummy. Mummy huddle. Let's just have like 4 mummies. Yeah. Okay, we've got some options for these now. So now we can finally go to this bit. Right, we've got... Cancel, where are we? We've got this set up. We've got 3 different types of random encounter. So there you go. There's one is the area that's safe. That's where the archaeologists are looking. The second area is where we find 1 or 2 roving ones. And then the third one is where we can find everything. And it could just happen at any time. Just seen a thumbnail for a video about an O-gauge layout Heaton Lodge Junction where the chap is building a model of a power station. The cooling towers are larger than he is, and there are 2 of them. Holy crap, that sounds amazing. That sounds fantastic, man. Right, let's do this. Edit this. So we need, for our encounters, we need, what troops can we have? We can have a coffee morning, specified by region ID. They can turn up in 3. The weight of 5 for the coffee mornings. We can have a step mummy. Can turn up in regions 2 and 3. A mummy can turn up in 2 and 3. And a mummy huddle can turn up in 3 only. There we go. Okay, we have no background music. We have a dungeon. I like that. Oh, yes. I like that. Yes, we're going to have that. Auto-play background sounds. Let's have a think. Drips. Drop the pitch and drop the volume. Drop the pitch even more. Stop. I went with that one. Yes. Okay. Can't hear the second one. Don't worry about it. Right. There we go. So we've now got the ability to cause mummies to show up whenever we feel like they should in a random battle. We will also have some mummies just wandering about, but we haven't done that bit yet. So save there. And let's try this out. I think we start because of where we started out in section 2. So hopefully, if we wander about a bit, we'll get a random encounter. Let's hope so anyway. It's a weight of 5, so it should turn up. One should appear. There we go. Step mummy emerged. The wrong way round. We can sort that. Desktop. Miscellaneous to sort. GameHammer quest. Images. Enemies. Mummy 1. Open this. And edit. How do I flip it? Flip horizontal. There we go. Save. Now go to SV enemies. Mummy 1. Tools. Flip horizontal. Save. Play. Try that again. You're only meant to hear the drip, drip, drip every now and again, you see. It's supposed to be light in the background. Mummy is now the correct way around. Step mummy emerged. Let's argue with it. Debate style of rant. Melody will do a debate style of hiss. Defense is now down. Argue, debate style of rant. And attack the step mummy. Argue, debate style of rant. And then Melody will attack the step mummy. Didn't got. Is it Captain Bumface's step mummy? It's just a step mummy, a mummy you found on the steps. I kind of like the style we've got there. It rather works. Made it too weak. Yes, we have. Can we make a different enemy that's susceptible to different debate styles? We can. We can do that. We haven't yet, but we can do that. Lower the defenses. They're not getting through, are they? Defense is good, though. It is we're starting to get some attacks that are hitting us. Yeah, it can't last much longer now. There we go. Make that a core game mechanic. Yes. 50 quid found. And 500 XP. We went straight to level 4. Okay, it works. And that's what we need. Yes. So we need to change some of the things. Let's go to the database again and look at our enemies with the mummy and the step mummy. They need higher attacks. So let's go for 40. And 35 for that one. And the defense needs to be at least 25. Let's go for 30. Defense of 32. Melee attack of 50. That should do it. And that should be yes. Right. Other. Special flag, let's have a look. No. Preserve task points. Cancel on that one. Parameters. Let's have a look at parameters. Defense. No. Okay, let's try. Just delete that. I don't know what we're doing with that one. Delete that. We can work on that. We can work on all the other bits. Save it like that. Right, we're going to leave it there, guys. That's been fun. We've got progress. I like this. I like this a lot. So I'm going to say that was a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. There should be some enemies that are invulnerable to everything except Melody's cuteness. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I've really enjoyed that for tonight. That was fun. We got a good amount of stuff done, which is great because we do need it. Thanks for the stream. Got to say goodnight. Take care, Krista. Thanks for coming along. How have we managed to get this to so low down? There we are. Don't know how that happened. Right, bare minimum. I was surprised how few crashes we got. Normally it crashes a lot. But guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I've really enjoyed creating an image. That was great. We have debate style purr, which can distract some enemies, but defeat the ones susceptible to cuteness. I like it, yes. But for now, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll leave you with the outro, which says thank you to our Patreon peeps, which are linked down below if you want to join them. But if you can't or you don't want to, that's perfectly fine too. You could always help the channel out with a like, a comment, and a subscription. That's all free, and it does really help us out. But until Monday, I'll say thank you very much for joining me. I've been Zoe Kirk Robinson. You've been watching GameHammer. Have a great weekend. See you later. I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Without you guys, I really couldn't continue making all of these shows. And if you'd like to join our fantastic Patreon heroes here, go over to patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. It really does help us out. Thank you so much, guys. Are you my mummy? Mummy?